Hey everybody, it's Jeff from VW Bricks here, back with building number 10. Last video, number 9, was a building I didn't really like that much. This one right here. Um, this time, it's going to be the one that was behind my head. This time is one I actually really enjoyed building, just because I was trying to get an effect on the side of the building, and I think I pulled it off quite well. So in a minute, we'll jump into the actual video, the actual images, and the build of it. This building used a lot of brackets. It's using a nougat color, tan, white, and dark green for accents. Um, and I really enjoyed building it. I know I just said that, but I did enjoy building it. It was a lot of bricklink quarters for this one, though. So why don't we jump into the pictures, and you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. All right, so here we have the first level. I was building this at the same time as a few other buildings. The last one I built took like 2 weeks to build. It started on February 14th. This one started on February 16th. So again, trying to use up many of these profile brick pieces as that I could, as well as I had an abundant amount of white windows, obviously, because they're all the way through here. And you can see there's a lot of brackets that I'm using. So this is what I end up calling my roof peak building, because I was trying to get more of a square column on the side of the building to make it look like, it was more of a structural element of the building. And these roof peaks are at 45 degrees, so they actually work quite well for this. I do swap out the gray in this with some tan uh, brackets, and that's where a lot of my bricklink quarters were from, because I had to order all those brackets in tan. And back then they were fairly new, so they're a little harder to get. All right, pardon me, sorry. Another corner building along the tracks. Um, so here's the front facade. Um, Fairly close to what it is now, although I did add an extra row of windows above, which we'll see probably momentarily. Um, and like I said, lots of brackets in this one to hook up all the detailed bits. Um, it still doesn't have the windows, so I must add those later. So originally I was using just pure 45-degree bricks. I ended up switching those out to a combination of the 1x1s and then cheese slopes, or 1x2 45s and cheese slopes. I've done this for the whole building. I have a lot of these pieces. Another item that I got through some channel. I'm not really sure how I got them anymore. But the combination of this I really liked. So this is 2 days of building, or after a couple of days of building, this is what we have so far. Um, let's jump over to the next picture. So when I get to this level here, I'm now trying to figure out the roof or the first floor detail. I was trying a dark tan accent, which I didn't actually go with. And again, trying to get these corners to work right. So, like I said, I didn't actually go with this, but it was just the work of progress. Um, Second floor uh, looks similar to this as well. Like I ended up putting dark green accents in on each of these levels and getting rid of these corner wedge plates because I just didn't like the look of it. And I've switched out the windows as well. I don't think I had the 2x2 windows at this point. But as I build up, hopefully we'll see. Now this is actually a few days. This is almost a week later, because the first one, or this last picture, was on the 18th. This is the 26th. It's a shot of the back. I've got some flower gardens in here as well, trying to do some work around the pillars. I did keep this dark tan actually on the bottom, although there's no dark tan anywhere else in the building. Just another shot of it. Like I said, I don't like the look of this. It's too broken up, so I do like what my final solution was, which is actually here. Now adding in the dark green plates, or the dark green curve slope, and then a 45-degree slope, just to kind of give it the same effect all the way up. Another area here for the street, the number sign, which I need to do that for these. And I've then added also these windows as well here. Added a row of windows here, and actually in the next iteration of this is all like basically 9 of these smaller windows in the middle, just to kind of make it uniform. On the side, I'm just going to turn this model for a minute. Yeah, pretty much kept this the same on the side. got the tile kind of sloped on a 45-degree angle as well. Let's go next. This is a 3-story building, so at some point I do get up to the 3rd story. February 27th, the next day, February 28th, so now I'm working on the next story. And at this point I'm probably running out of cheese slopes and tan, so that's why there's all these gaps. I'm running out of gray hinge plates or gray brackets as well, and like I said, I bought all these in tan to replace it because it looks so much better with, especially in here, because you can see the gray all the way up. It looks a lot better when it's all the same color. Working on the next level, or on the roof area of this level, placing it in the layout, just so you can see. Little trick, if anybody hasn't heard me say this before, I use soccer base plates in the background, or the soccer plates in the background, or they go under all of my modules. So this is just a base plate sitting on a bunch of soccer plates joined together, or soccer bricks joined together, with a couple of plates underneath it just to get it to the right height. And that lines up nicely with my Mills style roads. So this is the trick I've found. These things are super light. In fact, now I actually just do basically an O shape. I don't fill in the middle, to save on space and save on weight. And it brings it up to the right height, and you never have to worry about it again, and it gets rid of those damn soccer plates. Here you can see I'm also starting to work on the roof detail. Got some dark green accents in here as well, trying to figure out what to do in this area. There's another angle, and yeah, so I've used these because they don't make the sorry, I'm just looking at the actual model. They don't make these 45-degree roof slopes in dark green, at least at the point of making this building. So I've used the 1x2 plate with the 45-degree on it, and then I put a cheese slope on the top. So it's not quite the right angle, but it's not bad as well. Still haven't switched out the windows yet. Got, like, with the roof design, I kind of have a bit of the dark green going up as well, so I kind of like the look of that. Oh, that was actually a shot of me getting my parts order in. So all the brackets I ordered, there's some gray ones as well. You can see there's a lot of different brackets. Some tiles, some dark tan plates. I was using that for another model, I'm pretty sure. So this is March the 9th, so. And at this point, I totally rebuild the building because I have to switch out all of these brackets. As well, in the back here, still haven't switched all of those out. And I don't know if I actually do, to be honest with you. I'm going to switch the building. Well, we'll look at it in a minute to see. But now you can see I have switched out a lot of these in here, so it's solid tan all the way up, and you don't see the gray bits. And at this point, I've also replaced the windows, as I was mentioning earlier. I think that just looks a little cleaner. And ideally, I could probably do that on the side here as well, but I mean, because it's uniform all the way up, I didn't think it was such a bad look. So that's the last shot. So March 10th. So still a few parts missing at this point, but it works pretty well. I've added these curved bits on top as well, just to give it a little bit of a final finish. So why don't we jump over to the actual build camera, and we'll check it out. All right, so we'll start kind of from the side here, just so you can see all of the, bring it a little closer, all the bracket work that goes all the way up here. These are all brackets. There's a gray bracket as well. I think that's a 2x4 bracket. There's the 1x brackets, some more up here. So there's still some places that doesn't have the tan, but I didn't bother replacing all of them just because this is kind of hidden from the outside as well. So on the back, you can see there are some tan brackets in here. I mean, I can see it. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but when I open it up, you'll see that I still have the tan brackets back here. But I did try to keep the pattern all the way along the back. Got some flower pots, a door at the back. As I said, this is a windowed, our train goes along here, so I have the windows all the way up the side. It also makes it aesthetically nice to look at. I just realized I do have a gray one in here and in here and here. I never replaced those. Actually, there's a lot of grays in here I never replaced. So I should probably get some more tans in here. I think just because of the, I think it's because it's ones and up. Oh, you know why? I bet you it's because I had the up one type of angle, one type of bracket plate, like the up or the down, was available in tan, but the other one wasn't. And I have that on my list for a while to replace, and I finally became available, and I didn't really think about it. All right, so why don't we start with the roof area here? Actually, we'll raise the camera up a little bit just so you can see. Whoops, sorry about that. My cord is a little tight, and it spun on me. There we go. So you can see the roof detail here. So I've used um, the roof slope connections to kind of keep this column all the way up and down, but still give me a column across here as well. Um, and like I said, the green kind of comes up here. I should flip these two around just so that the green kind of forms a square pattern. Yeah, I actually like that better. So I'm going to do that quickly as well. Just as I'm doing it, I'm trying to redesign it as we go. All right, so back up a little bit here. I'm just going to tighten this bracket again. All right, so the roof comes off. Not much to the roof, other than it's all brackets along the side. And like I said, just a bit of a design all the way through. Oh yeah, see, this one does have the right effect. So I'm going to carry that over to these and flip them in. So next floor, random 1x plate in the middle. So not much to it. So here you can kind of see the angle design. It does look like a nice solid wall. I don't know. I like the looks of this. It's one of my favorite buildings in the lot. Let's bring the camera down again. I'll just move this over to the side. There's not really much to see in these, just the detail. So in here, there's the lower part is missing here because it is actually the bracket down here. So it's the upward bracket I need to replace. So I'll have to do a count to that and order those. Put them on my bricks and pieces order, or Bricklink, depending which is cheaper. And the bottom level, I actually like this one because it has the tan base plates. They're 216 by 32s, but it does look a little nicer. And there's my flowers in the background as well. Lego flowers never die, they're fun. So yeah, let's put this all back together quickly. So there you have it. That's this building. Like I said, one of my favorite buildings, my favoritist building. But yeah, that's wraps it up for this one. I'll probably do a couple more tonight. I don't think I'll get to my brownstones yet, but I know there's at least this building over here. Which way? That building I know I have to do still. I think that's it. I'm looking at the wall here. I'm looking at my screen. My camera's here. I'm looking at my screen trying to figure out what other buildings I have to do. Oh, and there's this building all the way up here I haven't done. You know what I mean. This building right here. I haven't done this one either. So, well, probably have a couple more. So we'll see you next time. Have a good night.